Yeah, in last class we discussed about the client methods and client deletions. Okay, whenever you're talking about the client, we have a different types of data are there in a client. What type of data is there? One is customizing data, another one is application data, next one is user master data. Okay, these are the different types of data available in a client, right? Whenever you want to work, you need a client. Okay, what is mean by client? Client is an administrative unit, it's a logical entity. Okay, and to creation a client, what is the transaction code? To creation a client, what is the transaction code for creating a client?
SCC 4.
SCC,
SCC
Yeah,
4.
SCC.
Okay, so for creating a client we required a logical system name, correct? We required a logical system name. What is mean by logical system name? It is used to identify your client within a system, right? It is used to identify a client within a system. Whenever if my client needs to talk to another SAP system client, then through logical system names only my clients will talk to each other. Got my point? So the logical system naming conversion should be system SID and CLNT and client number. Okay, same logical system name is not supported within a system. Okay, in a system if you have two clients, okay, we cannot create a same client number in a same system. If I created 100 client in a dev system, if I cannot create a 100 client again in dev system, correct? It's not possible.
Yeah.
So whenever you created a client, in which table it will created?
T triple zero.
In T triple zero it will create it, right? So for creating a client we required a logical system name. Okay, how can I create a logical system name? What is the transaction code? Sale
L.
or BD54, right?
Mhm.
Once I created a logical system name, then in SCC4 I can assign the logical system name to the client, correct? Once I created a client, okay, that client entries are created in a database table. The table name is T000, means what are the entries you are able to see in SCC4 transaction, those entries will be saved in a table. What is the table? T000. Okay, whenever you created a client, it does not contain any data, it is empty client, correct? It is an empty client. If I want to work, I need some client specific data into the new client, right? For that, what SAP given provision, SAP has given a standard clients. You can use a standard clients, and you can take a client data copy from a standard clients 000 or 001, correct? So
Yes.
how can I copy? There are three methods are there in client copies.
Local.
One is a local client copy, another one is a remote
Remote.
client copy, another one is a
Import and
client export and import, right? So whenever you created a client, okay, I want to log into the new client. Okay, for that I required a user credentials. I don't have any user credentials. For that, SAP has a provision. Okay, you need to set one parameter in default profile. After that, you need to take a restart of SAP system. After that, you can log in to the new client with the standard user SAP star, and the password is PASS. That is a standard password. You cannot change the standard password. Got my point? What is that
yes.
parameter? Login slash no automatic user SAP star. Login slash no automatic user SAP star. Okay, that value should be 0. 0 means SAP star user activated, Activated means you can able to log in with the SAP Star user with the standard password PASS. Got it? So this profile I need to maintain in default profile. Once I maintain in default profile, okay, where I can maintain in transaction code RZ10, right? RZ10 is a profile administration T code, profile maintenance T code, right? Once I created this parameter in default profile, okay, then after that I need to take a restart of SAP system, okay. Not mandatory for database, because we are changing only SAP level parameters only. We are not touching any database level parameters, so no need to take a database restart. SAP restart should be a mandatory, okay. Once SAP system has been restarted, then you can log into the new client 100 with the help of SAP Star and standard password PASS, okay. Once I log into the new client, okay, with the user SAP Star password PASS, now I need a client data copy, right? It is an empty client, it does not have any client specific data. So for that I need to do a client data copy. And so client copy, we have three methods. What is that? Local, remote and export and import, okay. First we will see the local client copy. What is meant by local client copy? Whenever you are talking about the local client copy, this local client copy specific to the system only single system only, right? Not between the two systems, right?
Yeah.
So local client copy, what is the transaction code? SCCL, okay. First of all you need to log into the target client, okay. To take a local client copy, what we required a RFC, sorry, not required. This is for remote client copy, okay. So
Yeah.
SCCL is a transaction code for local client copy, right? So you need to log into the target client. I already log into the target client, right, with SAP Star and PASS, right? So I need to execute a SCCL transaction code. Whenever you executed SCCL transaction code, it will ask you the profile, which profile data you want to copy. We have a client specific data are, okay, differentiated with the profiles like SAP underscore all profile, SAP underscore user profile, SAP underscore cust profile, SAP underscore UCSV profile. Like these are the different types of profiles are there. Based on the client data, you need to select the profile, okay. This profile, okay, whenever client said do a client copy, so client will decide which profile you need to select, or client will tell you which data he required. He required a all data, or he required a customizing data, or he required a user master data, okay. He will tell you. Based on that I need to select the profile name, okay. In SCCL you need to select the profile name, got it. And
Yeah.
select the source client also, from where I need to copy. Is it from 000 or 001, okay. So in real time scenarios we will do a master client copy. Master client is 000, right? So source client we will select 000, okay. And once I selected the profile and source client, all the inputs, then we can schedule this report in background mode. Why? Because we cannot schedule in a means we schedule in background mode itself only, okay. Because if you schedule in dialog mode, if it will handle by my dialog work process, right, okay. So dialog work process will have a time limit. So if the time crossed, then your client copy will be terminated, okay. To avoid this, we can schedule in background mode. Once you schedule in background mode, okay, once the client copy has been started, once client copy has been started, then we can see the client copy logs in SCC3 transaction, right? SCC3 transaction, we can see the client copy logs, correct? And also we can see the background job status using with the SM37 transaction. Got my point?
Yeah.
So that is the local client copy. Got it, Hari?
Yeah. Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. Ramu, when we schedule copy start immediately,
Hmm.
it will be handled by dialog, and after some time it will not automatically go as a background.
When you schedule start immediately, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
this work process will be handled to background work process.
When we do start immediately, right?
Yes, start immediately means what? Immediately it will be started to it immediately I want to start, right? So
Yeah.
immediately what will happen? It will handle by my dispatcher. What will do? My dispatcher will assign that report to the dialog or sorry background work process. So background work process will take care that.
Okay. Okay. So finally, when we start immediately or when we schedule as a background job, it will go to background.
If you scheduled, for example, after 1 hour or something, date and time, okay, if you schedule, then what will happen? Once time has been reached, okay,
Yeah.
then background job will be take care.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
One second. So that is a local client copy. Next is remote client copy, correct? For remote client
Yeah.
copy means what? We require two systems, right?
Yes.
So for remote client copy, I can I can take a client copy data from one system client to another system client, right? For this, I want two pre steps. I want to do a two pre steps I required. First of all, these two systems should be in a network, okay?
Network.
And the second system is these systems should be configured an RFC.
Yeah.
So I require a RFC connection between two systems. Okay. How can I create a RFC connection? What is mean by RFC? RFC is nothing but a remote function call. I can create a RFC using with a transaction SM59. SM59 is a transaction to create a RFC. Correct? So
Yeah.
I need to log into the target client. Here I need to execute a transaction code SCC9 for remote client copy. SCC9. SCC9 is a transaction code for remote client copy. Here also I need to select a profile. Here also I need to select a RFC. Okay, and after that I need to schedule this in background mode. Okay, once background mode has been completed, okay, and select the source client. In which client okay, and then select the profile. Start the remote client copy with T-code SCC9, and source client we need to select, and we need to select the RFC, and then profile also we need to select. Once these options are selected, then we can go for a schedule in background mode. Okay, once background mode scheduled, then we can, once remote client copy has been started, then we can see the logs in SCC3. Okay,
Yeah. In real time, the background time will be night and
real time, in the daytime, in the real time, in the day business hours also, some of the background jobs will be run. Those are business related jobs, or system specific jobs, system specific standard jobs, or background jobs for business related, those will run. Okay.
okay.
And whenever you're talking about the non-business hours, in non-business hours also there are some critical business scenario jobs will run, and system standard jobs will be run.
అమ్మగారు
Yes.
అమ్మగారు ఒక డౌట్.
Mm.
మనకి యాక్చువల్గా డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ లో మనకి టైం లిమిట్ ఉంటుంది,
Yes.
తర్వాత అది డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయిపోతుంది అని చెప్పారు కదా మీరు బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ జాబ్. కానీ మనకి ప్రతి ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కోడ్ ఇంత సర్టెన్ టైం ఇంత తీసుకుంటుందని మనకి ఎలా తెలుసు? ఆటోమేటిక్ గా డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ జాబ్ పంపించేస్తుందా సర్టెన్ టైం లిమిట్ దాటిన తర్వాత, లేదంటే అది క్యాన్సిల్ అయిపోతుంది మళ్ళీ మనం షెడ్యూల్ చేసుకోవాలా?
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను లోకల్ క్లయింట్ కాపీ తీసుకుందాం. ఓకే, లైట్ local client copy have scheduled in dialog mode, right? Front end mode, dialog mode and front end mode and okay, right? Then who can handle this dialog process, right? ante kada dialog process handle chestund if I started in dialog mode or front end mode, right? Once my local client copy has been started, dialog work process ki time limit ఉంటుంది అంతేనా? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 120 seconds. ఓకే, ఈ 120 seconds క్రాస్ అయితే ఏమవుతుంది? లోకల్ క్లయింట్ కాపీ విల్ బి టెర్మినేటెడ్, రైట్? విల్ బి టెర్మినేట్ అయిపోతుంది. అంటే local client copy will be cancelled, right? So to avoid that, అది అవాయిడ్ చేయడానికి I am scheduling this report, I am running this report in background mode. ఎప్పుడైతే నేను బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ మోడ్లో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తానో, దెన్ ఇఫ్ ఐ స్టార్టెడ్ ఇమీడియట్లీ, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ if I started immediately, then this work process, okay, work process will be, first of all I have logged in with as a dialog mode, right? నేను ఫస్ట్ లాగిన్ అయ్యాను డైలాగ్ మోడ్, రైట్? డైలాగ్ మోడ్లోనే కదా నేను షెడ్యూల్ చేస్తున్నా రిపోర్ట్.
అవును.
వన్స్ ఈ ప్రాసెస్ అంతా డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తుంది. ఎప్పుడు? వెన్ ఎవర్ ఐ లాగ్డ్ ఇన్, వెన్ ఎవర్ ఐ ఎగ్జిక్యూటెడ్ ఎ టీ కోడ్, వెన్ ఎవర్ ఐ సెలెక్ట్ ద ప్రొఫైల్, ఓకే, వెన్ ఎవర్ ఐ సెలెక్ట్ ది ఐ క్రియేటెడ్ లాజికల్ సిస్టమ్ నేమ్స్, రైట్? సో ఈ ప్రాసెస్ అంతా డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తుంది. సో వన్స్ వెన్ ఎవర్ ఐ scheduled immediately in background mode, then whatever will happen, dialog work process will be switched, will be handed over to background work process. Okay, immediately అన్నాను కాబట్టి background work process will run this report. or immediately కాకుండా schedule చేశాను, ఎప్పుడు నైట్ 11 o'clock or something specific date and time, then what will happen, schedule చేసాం కాబట్టి it will not start, it will in
until schedule time reach.
రిలీజ్డ్ స్టేట్లో ఉంటుంది. బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ జాబ్ స్టేటస్ రిలీజ్డ్ స్టేట్లో ఉంటుంది. వన్స్ టైం ఎప్పుడైతే టైం అరైవల్ అవుతుందో అవుతుందో దెన్ మై బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ జాబ్ will take care and the report will run using with my background job work process. Got it?
అంటే ప్రతి ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కోడ్ మనకి ఎంత టైం పడుతుందని తెలియదు కదండి. అప్పుడు మనం ఎలా చెక్ మనం మానిటర్ చేసుకొని దాన్ని బీటీసీలోకి
ప్రతి ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కోడ్ అని కాదు, ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము, లోకల్ క్లయింట్ కాపీ SCCLతోని షెడ్యూల్ చేస్తాం, రైట్? SCCLలో ఇన్పుట్స్ అన్నీ ఇచ్చాను నేను, కరెక్ట్? వన్స్ ఇన్పుట్స్ అన్నీ ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత there are two options, you want to start in foreground or you want to schedule in background. ఫోర్గ్రౌండ్లో ఎప్పుడైతే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసావో దెన్ లోకల్ క్లయింట్ కాపీ రన్ అవుతుంది, అంతే కదా? సో ఈ టీ కోడ్కి ఇంత టైం పడుతుందని కాదు. SCCLలో వాట్ ఆర్ ది ఇన్పుట్స్ ఆర్ యూ గివెన్, ఓకే? సి SCCL అని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసావు కదా, SCCL అని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయగానే SCCL రిలేటెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ తాలూకా స్క్రీన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అవుట్పుట్ యు ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు సీ ఇన్ SCCL, రైట్? అంతేనా? SCCLలో నీకు ఏదైతే డిస్ప్లే అవుతుందో అదేంటిది, బ్యాక్ ఎండ్లో ఇట్ హ్యాస్ సమ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ రిటర్న్, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ రిటర్న్ సమ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ లాజిక్, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ డిజైన్ స్క్రీన్స్, రైట్? ఆ స్క్రీన్స్ అవుట్పుట్టే నీకు SCCL ట్రాన్సాక్షన్లో కనబడుతుంది. సో వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ గివెన్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఆల్ ఇన్పుట్స్ ఇన్ SCCL, ఓకే, వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ ఎగ్జిక్యూటెడ్ దిస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్, ఏమవుతుంది, ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిన తర్వాత సో దిస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ విల్ బి ఎగ్జిక్యూటెడ్, రైట్? Either front end or back end, the program will be executed. Got it? ఇంకా అర్థం కాలేదు, still you have doubt. Tell me what, అర్థమైందా లేదా? వాట్స్ యువర్ డౌట్?
లేదు రాము గారు, యాక్చువల్లీ మనం ఇప్పుడు ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ప్రతిదీ ఫస్ట్ మన అంటిల్ అన్లెస్ మనం బీటీసీ షెడ్యూల్ చేయలేనంత వరకు మనం ఫస్ట్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కూడా కానీ అది డైలాగ్ వర్క్
నీ వాయిస్ లో అవుతుంది.
మనం ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కోడ్ కొట్టగానే అది డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్కి వెళ్తుంది కదండి స్టార్టింగ్. అప్పుడు దానికి టైం లిమిట్ ఉంది కదండి, డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్కి టైం లిమిట్ ఉంటుంది కదా. అది ఇంత అంటే మనం ఇప్పుడు వాడిన ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కోడ్ SCCL కొట్టగానే మనకి బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ క్లయింట్ కాపీ అనేది బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ లోనే అవ్వదు కదండి, మనం డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ లో కంప్లీట్ చేయగలం లేదు.
డైలాగ్ ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ లో కూడా మనం రన్
చేయొచ్చు కదండి, బట్ దానికి టైం లిమిట్ ఉంది కదా, 120 seconds అన్నా లేకపోతే 1200 seconds మనం మార్చుకోవాలి.
1 second we log into the system, okay? ప్రాక్టికల్ గా చూస్తే ఈజీగా అర్థం. DEV ADM, right? password SCCL. Client copy, I cannot schedule in dialog mode, I think. Unnadi, foreground. See here. See, this is my SCCL input, right? This is my SCCL transaction screen, correct?
Yes.
I have selected profile, I have given all the inputs, what are the inputs I required, right? If I selected a copy in foreground అంటే ఏంటి?
Dialog work process.
If I click here, then my dialog work process will start work, right?
Okay.
ఇక్కడ నుండి నా రిపోర్ట్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. నీకు యూజర్ సెషనే అసైన్ అయింది, ఓకే? అండ్ వెనెవర్ నువ్వు ఎప్పుడైతే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కొట్టావో, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిన దగ్గర నుంచి డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ టైం స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, రన్ అవ్వడం మొదలు పెడుతుంది. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు 120 సెకండ్స్ ఉంది దీని టైం లిమిట్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఇప్పుడు 120 సెకండ్స్కి ఇది కంప్లీట్ అవ్వలేదు, ఇట్స్ నాట్ కంప్లీటెడ్
అవ్వలేదు.
సో ఏమవుతుంది, నాకు ఒక డంప్ వస్తుంది. క్యాన్సిల్ అవ్వకే ముందు నాకు ఒక డంప్ త్రో చేస్తుంది. ఏంటా డంప్? టైమ్అవుట్ అని ఒక డంప్ వస్తుంది, SAP డంప్. ఓకే, ఈ SAP డంప్ని నేను ఎక్కడ చూడొచ్చు? ఐ కెన్ సీ SAP డంప్స్ ఇన్ వన్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ST22. ST22, I can see all SAP related dumps. So once time exists అయిపోతే, time cross అయితే, I will receive a dump, right? Timeout dump వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ చూడొచ్చు టుడే. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ టైమ్అవుట్ వస్తే ఇక్కడ 1 వస్తుంది, 1 రన్ టైమ్ ఎర్రర్. ఇక్కడ క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఐ కెన్ సీ దట్ టైమ్అవుట్ డంప్ అనమాట. వై ఎర్రర్ కేమ్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్, ఆల్ ద ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, ఆల్ ద హిస్టరీ ఆఫ్ ద ఎర్రర్. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పు.
అలాగే ప్రతిదానికి మనకి అంటే ప్రతి ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కోడ్కి మన అంటే ఇప్పుడు దీనికి మనకు ఆప్షన్ ఉంది స్టార్ట్ ఇమీడియట్లీ అండ్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్. ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ డేటాను ఫెచ్ చేసుకోవడానికి మోర్ దెన్ 120 సెకండ్స్ పట్టొచ్చు కదండి అవుట్పుట్ రావడానికి.
అవును.
అప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్గా క్యాన్సిల్ అయిపోతే మనం ST22కి వెళ్ళి ఆ డంప్ దేనికి వచ్చిందో దాన్ని బట్టి మనం చెక్ చేసుకోవడం, అంతేనా?
ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్
చేసుకొని
ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూజర్ ఈజ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటింగ్ ఎ రిపోర్ట్, వన్ రిపోర్ట్ రన్ చేస్తున్నాడు, రైట్? ఆ రిపోర్ట్ యూజర్ ఫోర్గ్రౌండ్లో రన్ చేశాడు, ఓకే?
రన్ చేశారు.
సో ఎక్కువ టైం పట్టింది, టైమ్అవుట్ డంప్ వచ్చింది. యూజర్ ఏం చేస్తాడు?
ST22కి వెళ్ళి చెక్ చేసుకొని టైమ్అవుట్ డంప్ వస్తే మళ్ళీ దాని పారామీటర్స్లో టైం డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ టైం పెంచుకునే ఛాన్స్ ఉంది కాబట్టి
వాడి కంపల్సరీ దాని డైలాగ్లోనే కావాలి అన్నప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం మనం? వి విల్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ద టైం లిమిట్ అనమాట. డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ టైం లిమిట్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తాం, రైట్? సో whenever he run again in dialog mode, he will never receive the timeout dump, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
ఇంకా
అంతే.
ఈ టైమ్అవుట్ లిమిట్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసినప్పుడు అన్ని డైలాగ్స్ కి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుందండి?
Yes, yes. Because I have
Okay.
only one parameter for dialog work processes. So whenever you change the value, it will affect to all the dialog work processes in a system.
Okay.
Okay? And every instance specific ఉంటుంది. ఈ డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ ఎక్కడ చేంజ్ చేస్తాము? ఇన్స్టెన్స్ ప్రొఫైల్లో చేంజ్ చేస్తాం, కరెక్ట్?
Yeah.
ఆ డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ టైం పారామీటర్ మనది డైనమిక్ పారామీటర్ కదండి ఇది
Yes, it is a
స్టాండర్డ్
dynamic parameter, not static.
అప్పుడు మనకి వేరే డైలాగ్ వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ లో రన్ అవుతున్నవి డిస్కనెక్ట్ అవుతుందండి అవ్వండి ఈవెన్ డైనమిక్ పారామీటర్ లో చేంజ్ చేసిన రిమైనింగ్ ఏదైతే
ఎప్పుడైతే మనము పారామీటర్ చేంజ్ చేస్తామో ఆఫ్టర్ చేంజింగ్ పారామీటర్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద డైలాగ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఆర్ రన్నింగ్ దోస్ విల్ బి ఎఫెక్టెడ్ బిఫోర్ చేంజింగ్ నాట్ ఎఫెక్టెడ్. రిపోర్ట్ 1 రన్నింగ్లో ఉంది, ఓకే,
అది డిస్కనెక్ట్
డిస్కనెక్ట్ అవ్వదు. ఎందుకు డిస్కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది? జస్ట్ వీఆర్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ ద టైం లిమిట్ అంతే. బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ డైలాగ్ ప్రాసెస్ అన్నీ రన్ అవుతాయి.
సో అది డైనమిక్ అది ప్రొఫైల్ పారామీటర్ కాబట్టి ఆటోమేటిక్ ఏదైతే ఐడియాగా ఉన్నాయో వాటికి అప్లై అయిపోతాయి. రన్నింగ్ లో ఉన్నవి మాత్రం ప్రాసెస్ డిస్కనెక్ట్ అవ్వకుండా అవి వెళ్ళిపోతాయి.
అవి రన్ అవుతాయి. వర్క్ ప్రాసెస్ మాత్రం డిస్కనెక్ట్ అవ్వదు. ఓన్లీ టైం లిమిట్ మాత్రమే మనం పెంచుతున్నాం అంతే.
ఓకే
ఓకే remote client copy SCC9, right? Now another method is client export import. Client export import, okay, this is the two-step process. One step is a export, another step is a import, right? So this is also we can do a between two systems, okay, between two systems. So two systems is not a mandatory two systems should be in a network, okay, maybe different landscapes, maybe two systems are different landscapes, maybe two systems are not in a network. Then what I can do, first of all I need to log into
Import.
the target client, right? Target client, then I can take a export of the source client, right? So here, sorry, target client card. First of all I need to log into the source client. For example, I want to take a export from production. Now after that I want to do a import into the quality. First of all I need to log into the production client, right? In production client I can execute the T code. What is the T code for export? What is the T code for export? SCC8, right? So whenever I logged into the production client, I execute the T code. So I need to select the profile. What profile you want to select? What type of data you want to take a export? Correct?
Yeah.
So once select the profile, then I can schedule this in background mode or front end mode, right? Whenever
Yeah.
you selected profile, whenever you started a client export, what will happen is the client export means it is taking a data export. Where it is taking data export, okay, where it is storing, it should store somewhere else, right? The export అంతే కదా,
Yeah.
గాల్లో స్టోర్ చేయదుగా. It should be some place required to store the client export data, right? So
Yes.
that data will be stored in a transport request, in change request TR.
Yeah.
Get my point? So whenever client export has been running, so immediately it will create a transport request automatically. What is the transport request it will create? KO, KT, KX. 3 transport requests it will create it with the same number only. but the naming convention is different. KO, KT, KX. KO will, it contains the cross client data. KT will contain the client dependent data. KX will contains some scripts about the client scripts, client specific scripts, okay, and client dependent data also. So these three transport requests will be created immediately whenever you execute a client export. Got my point? It contains all the data, client export data. Client export data is going to saving into my transport request. What are the transport requests it will create? KO, KT, KX. Got my point?
Yeah.
Once export has been completed, I need to log into the target client. What is my target client here? Quality client. So there I need to import the transport request, right? Why? Because my export data has been stored into the transport request only. Correct? So that's
Yes.
why if I imported the transport request, then what I can say? I can say the client export data, whatever client export data contains into the transport request, right? The transport request imported means what? Automatically client export data also imported, correct? Why? Because my client export data, all my client export data is related to my transport request. So I imported the transport request. So whenever I imported the transport request, it means the client export data will also be imported. For that, what I need to do? I need to go for STMS transaction to import the transport request. Got my point?
Okay.
To import the transport request, I need to go to the transaction. What is the transaction? STMS. In that transaction, I can import the transport request. Once you have imported the transport request, okay, then in target client only, we need to perform one more step. What is the step? Post client import. Post client import actions I need to perform, right? Post client import actions I need to perform. For that, what is the transaction code? SCC7. SCC7 is the transaction code for performing a post client import actions. Okay, whenever you are in SCC7, see here, you will see the transaction code slash and SCC7. See here, post import method, right? The request will comes automatically once the request has been imported. Okay, the request will come automatically. Then post import methods, then I can schedule this in background mode, I can run this in front end mode, right? Start immediately or start in schedule a background job, correct? This is my post client import methods. Now it does not contain any transaction, any transport request. It does not contain any transport request, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you schedule the post client import actions in background mode, you can see the logs in SCC3. Got it, Hari? Hari, any doubts?
Nothing.
Okay, and we will see in a I executed export in different system, right? I executed import in different system, right? So whenever I executed export, transport request will be created, right? KO, KT, KX transport request will be created in export time. So this will be done in different system. Okay, now I want to import these three transport requests into the different system, right? So what is the how my transport request will move from one system to another system? Correct? I need to move transport request from one system to another system, then only I can import into this second system, right?
Yeah.
So for that what we need to do is at OS level for transport request, okay, whenever transport request has been created, okay, if the transport request is released, okay, if the transport request is released, then only at OS level it will create a two files. What are those two files? Data file and co files. One is a data file, another one is a co files. Okay, whenever transport request has been released at OS level, data file will be generated, co file will be generated. Okay, I need to take a copy of data file and co file from OS level. I need to paste into the target system, means second system. Second system OS level. In second system OS level, I need to paste that data file and co file. Then I can take a import into that second system. Okay, we will discuss briefly in STMS setup. Okay, in STMS concept we will discuss briefly about the transport request, how we can move the transport request from one system to another system. Okay,
Yeah. How many files?
sorry.
Two files create అయితాయండి.
Two files. One file is related to data file, one file is related for co file, data file and co file.
Okay.
So how can we move transport request అనేది STMS configuration లో చెప్పుకుందాం.
Okay.
Once transport request has been moved, then I can import the transport request into the second system, means target system, right? Once I imported the transport request into the second system, then I can perform post import actions using with the transaction code SCC7. I can schedule it background mode or front end mode. Those logs I can see in SCC3, right? That is about the client export import. Now whenever you are talking about a client export, client creation, all the things, client creation, client export, import, remove client copy, all the things. So client deletion also will be there, right? Client deletion concept also will be there, correct?
Yeah.
If I want to delete a client, means what it means, every client will have some data first of all, right? So I want to
Yeah.
delete that data first point. I want to delete the data of that particular client. Next, every client will be stored into T000 table, correct? Every client information will be stored into T000 table. So I want to delete that client information in T000 client also, right? Then I can say client deletion has been completed successfully, correct? For that client deletion, first of all I need to log into the target client. Okay, in which client you want to delete, log in that client. Okay, see, once you log into the client, execute the transaction SCC5. What is the transaction code for client deletion? SCC5. Once you executed SCC5, this screen will be appears, the first screen left side, delete client, right? So what it contains, you already executed this transaction in target client only, so it will take a client number automatically, right? This is
Yeah.
my target client, it will take automatically. Why? Because I already in target client,
Already we
in
logged in.
target client I executed the transaction SCC5, so the client will be selected automatically, right? This client to be deleted 600, and one more option is there here, delete entry from T000. What it means? Any answer?
It will delete the entry from T000 table also.
So it will delete the entry when after deleting the client data. After deleting the client data, it will delete that entry from T000 table, right? So if you want, you can check here. Otherwise,
Ramagar, can we have backup of client before deletion? In real time, do the backup will be taken?
no, there is no backup for client. We have
Okay,
a
okay.
backup of a system only. So if you not selected this option, T000, this option, then what will happen? Client
Only
data,
the data will be deleted.
only the data will be deleted, but if you see in SCC4 transaction, you can able to see this entry, 600 client entry, correct?
Okay.
So there I can delete again SCC4. Again I need to log into the SCC4. Again I need to delete that, right?
Yeah.
So here test
Yeah.
run. What is mean by test run? Before starting actual execution, the test run will run. Means it will check the capability. It will check the client deletion information. How much data is there? It will calculate all the things. It will run test run. It will run the test run, means sample run, we can call it as a sample run. But in real time scenario, we will not check this option test run. Why? Because for test run also it will take time. Once test run completed, my actual execution will start, so it will take a long time. To avoid that, so real time scenario, we will not select the test run option. Okay, so then you can schedule it in background mode or front end mode. Okay, once this has been completed, then you can see you cannot see this entry, okay, in SCC4 table, SCC4 transaction, right? So once you scheduled in background mode, I can see the deletion logs, client deletion logs in SCC3, right?
Yeah.
This is what about the client administration. Any doubts, Hari? Client administration.
No, Rama.
So client administration part is completed. Okay. Now we will talk about SAP security concepts. SAP security concepts. So now I have a client, new client, and I have a client data also is there. Correct? Now I want to create a user master records. I want to create a user master records, right? SAP security user master records, and I want to create a specific roles, and I want to assign to specific users, right? What is SAP security? It's one of the technical module in SAP, right? And what he can do as an administrator, security administrator. The security administrator can do the responsible for development and administration of a user rights on SAP system. Means he can create the new roles, okay, in SAP terminology, give access, okay, right access, these all authorizations. Access is nothing but how can I give you, how can I provide the access using with the roles only, right? If I given some role, okay, what are the role it contains those type of work he can do, right? So as a security guy, he can create a roles, right? He can modify the roles, he can assign the roles to the user, and he can do some administration work of the user administration and role administration, right? Before that, we need to create a user. For creating a user, we have a transaction code. What is the transaction code for creating a user? SU01. SU01 is the T code for creating a new client. Sorry, new user. What is our client? 200 or 100?
200.
200.
200. SLB star. So now I'm in new client, and I have completed my local client copy also. Now this client will have a client specific data. All the client specific data scripts are there. Okay. Now, for whenever you're talking about SAP security, first of all, we need to create a user, right? For that, what is the transaction code? SU01. SU01 is the transaction code. Okay. Here, I need to provide a user ID. Okay. What is the user ID of the length of user ID? 12 characters.
20 characters.
Okay. 12 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 characters. Got it? And any user ID. Okay. We will create a user IDs like this is my username and go to create, right? In SC01 these are the options are there. See here, creation, changing, display. This is user master data. Here I need to provide the required information. This symbol is represented for mandatory fields, right? You need to give some mandatory inputs. Okay. And the remaining all are optional. Okay. And this is the address tab, right? In address tab, what are the fields are there? Address tab, what are the fields are there? Here I need to provide an initial password, right? Initial password. In address tab, what are the fields are there? Last name, first name, phone number, fax, email, company address, department. These are the information. In logon data, see here, user type. Click here. Means what is the user type? What are the information are there in user type? What are the different methods are there in user type? Dialog, system, communication, reference and service. This you need to remember. These are the different types of users, right? Dialog user, system users, communication user, reference user and service user. We will see one by one. Okay. What is meant by dialog user? Any guess?
Active user.
Active user.
Active front-end user.
Front-end user who are able to log into the system in a front-end mode or dialog mode or foreground mode. Correct?
Yeah.
So it will select automatically dialog, and I have given some initial password also. And what is this valid from and valid through? validity period.
we can
Validity
with
period,
particular
what is it?
days.
What it is?
Yeah, we can run this user from particular from time and to time, 1 day or 2 day. We can
That
based on
time limit for user activation.
Hmm. This user, I can set the time limit. Okay, if I want a 1 week, okay, I can create a 1 week for user. After 1 week, if he is trying to log in, what will happen?
He will not be able to log in.
Hmm. He will not be able to log in, right? So we will see one by one. User group. What is user group? I can create one group name and I can assign the users into particular group. For example, uh, testing users are there. Okay, testing users are there. These users are there are 5 users are there, for example. So what I can do? I can create a one group name, like group name is testing. Okay, whenever I am creating a user in SE01, this is the user ID. Okay, this I can assign to my user group, right? So if I see in user group, I can able to see how many users are there in user group. Got my point? Test 2
Yeah.
also one group name means it is a we are clubbed all the users into one group name. Got it?
Yeah.
So one, test 2, test 3 are the users. These are belongs to one group name. What is the group name? Testing is a group name. So like that you can create a group names and you can assign to the group names. Means we are segregating the users based on the group names. Correct?
Yeah.
So next we will see SNC and all the things. SNC, service network connection. Okay, defaults, parameters, we'll see one by one. So these are the mandatory, and one more important
In,
field is roles and profiles, right?
in logon data,
Hmm.
in logon data, user type drop down list.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. This other user types we will see later on, Ramu.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
So another important tab is roles and profiles. What is use of roles and profiles? Whenever you're creating a user, you need to provide access, right? If you are not providing any access, then how user can work? If user executed any transaction code, if you're not given access to the transaction code, what he will receive the message? What type of message he will receive? He will get a message, you don't have authorization. Okay, here it will come one message, you don't have authorization. Got it? So for that we need to assign what are the roles are need to be assigned. Okay, to that user we need to provide the user, we need to provide the roles, and we need to provide the profiles. uh, okay, once we have provided.
Ramu,
Yes.
ఇది రోల్స్ ప్రొఫైల్స్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటండి?
Huh. Next was role
ఓకే, ఓకే,
administration law. Role administration law.
ఓకే,
Okay. Just
ఓకే,
understand. Just understand. Roles and profiles we need to provide it. Based on the roles and
ఓకే,
profiles only he can do his work. Just understand that
ఓకే.
right. Okay. And what is
యా.
role, what it contains, what is profile, what it contains. Next role administration we will discuss in depth about the roles and the profiles. Okay, how
ఓకే,
to
క్లియర్.
create a role, what is a profile, how can create a roles and all the things. Okay, so in SU01 T code, what are the mandatory fields are there? the last name, this address data, and in logon data, what is that, what is the user type, and what is the initial password, and what are the roles and profiles we need to provide, right? So once we have provided profiles and roles, then we can save it. Okay, you can save. Here we can give all access. For time being, I am giving a all access. Okay, SAP all and SAP new. For time being, I have given all access. So click save.
Okay.
Okay.
If we do not specify validity, then this user will be continuously active.
Yes, there is no limit. Okay, this
Okay.
is my SU01 screen, right? In SU01, I can create a users, I can change the user data, right? User master data I can change. If you click here, I
Yeah.
can change his user master data, right? And I can see only display. If I want to see display, this is the display, right? Here I cannot change anything. Here I cannot change anything, correct? Because I am in
Yes.
display mode only. Right. Right, and what it is, delete. If I want to delete a user, then I can delete all his user related data will be deleted, right? User related data means what? This user master record will be deleted, right? This
Yeah.
user master record data will be deleted. And here copy. Copy means what?
User data copy.
Hmm. Once you click on copy, okay, it will ask you from which user you want to copy and to know to which user. Okay, U, what is the spelling? JAH ID, right?
ID. Yeah.
Correct. So from and to, from which user and to which user, and whenever you executed SU01, there are different tabs are there, right? Address tab, default tab, logon tab, right? So all tabs
Yeah.
here, which tabs you want to take a copy? Shall I take all the tabs, or shall I take any specific tabs only copy? Got my point?
Okay.
Here the tabs. Okay, if you click copy, then what will happen? All tabs related to Hari
Hurry.
user master data will be copied to Muzaid user master data, but it will ask you to initial password only for this user. Okay, initial password I need to provide, correct?
Yeah.
And if you see address data, here also came Hari, right? Because I have
Yeah.
selected address tab also, right?
Okay. Okay. If I am already existing user,
User already existed message will pop up.
it will not allow to copy.
No, no. Once
Okay. Okay. This
once
is.
you have a user ID, if you have a user ID Muzaid, if I am trying to create
Yeah.
again Muzaid user ID, it will not allow because it will show you
Okay.
user already exists. Okay. Once you click on save.
Okay. Yeah. This is only for very fresh and new user.
Hmm. So
Okay.
user was saved, right? Copied. Next, what it contains? Lock, unlock. I can lock the user. If I lock the user, is user able to log in?
No.
So user will not be able to log in because I have locked the user. Once I unlock, then only user can able to log in, right?
Yeah.
Next, change password. What is mean by change password?
resetting the password.
For example, if he forgot the password, user, then we can reset his password, right? So these are the information in SU01 transaction. Create, change, display, delete, copy, lock, and change password. Okay.
రాము గారు ఇప్పుడు డిలీట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, యూజర్ డిలీషన్ రిక్వెస్ట్,
Hmm.
ఇతని బ్యాకప్ మనం ఎక్కడన్నా స్టోర్ చేసుకోవాలా డిలీట్ చేసే ముందు?
No, it's not possible.
ఓకే ఓకే
యూజర్ మాస్టర్ డేటా మనం బ్యాకప్ తీయలేం. సింగిల్ యూజర్ మాస్టర్ డేటా బ్యాకప్ తీసుకోలేం. బట్ ఆల్ యూజర్ మాస్టర్ డేటా టు స్పెసిఫిక్ టు మై క్లయింట్ 200 ఐ కెన్ టేక్ ఏ బ్యాకప్. హౌ? ఐ కెన్ టేక్ ఏ ప్రొఫైల్ ఉంది కదా, SAP_user అన్న ప్రొఫైల్
అవును ఓకే
క్లయింట్ కాపీలో. సో యూజింగ్ దట్ ఐ కెన్ టేక్ ఏ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ అనమాట. SAP_user అన్న ప్రొఫైల్ని నేను ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ తీసుకోవచ్చు. SCC8 ప్రీకోడ్ యూస్ చేసి క్లయింట్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఇంపోర్ట్ మెథడ్ ఉంది కదా, అందులో క్లయింట్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ యూస్ చేసి నేను ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ తీసుకోవచ్చు యూజర్ మాస్టర్ డేటా. బట్ యూజర్ మాస్టర్ డేటా ఆల్ యూజర్స్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద యూజర్స్ ఆర్ అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ 200 క్లయింట్, అందరూ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ అవుతారు.
ఓకే
గాట్ ఇట్?
ఓకే ఆ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ మనం సేవ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ఎక్కడైనా ఫిజికల్ గా?
ఎస్.
ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు ఆ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ లో కూడా KO KX KT అనే 3 ఫైల్స్ వస్తాయండి?
ఎస్, కంపల్సరీ. క్లయింట్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేస్తే కంపల్సరీ 3 ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే.
Yeah. So that is for SU01 initial screen. Okay. Remaining we'll see tomorrow. Okay.
యా ఓకే రామ్.
Any
థ్యాంక్
doubts,
యూ.
Hari?
No.
Okay then. So tomorrow we'll discuss more.